Hi, I'm Layla Amara, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about 3 ways I regulated my nervous system. But how do you know that your nervous system is dysregulated? First of all, these are 3 signs to show you that your nervous system is in fact dysregulated. Number 1, you feel anxious and on edge a lot of the time when you're out and about, when you're at home, when you're with other people, when you're doing certain things. You just feel really edgy. You feel almost like you're not able to be calm, and calm feels very, very strange to you. It's almost like you're waiting for something to happen. That constant on edge, that constant wondering, that constant maybe looking around, figuring out, thinking, overthinking, doing overtime in your head. That's one of the ways that shows you that your nervous system is a bit off. Number 2, you're not able to manage stressful situations and stress very well. So because your nervous system is already overwhelmed and overworked, when you are faced with a very stressful situation, your body in turn will go blank. Your mind will go blank, and your body will shut down, or your nervous system will shut down because it's so overwhelmed. You might begin to disassociate, and you are not ready to face another stressful situation due to the already overwhelm in your nervous system. Another thing that you might notice is that your body can't relax. Even when you're going into relaxation and you're closing your eyes and you're trying to relax and wind down, your body will not allow you to do so. Your mind will still continue to race. Your jaw might be really clenched, and you will just not feel rested. You won't feel relaxed. You'll continue to spiral in your mind, and it's a constant pace in your head. And you'll notice, or you might not even notice, that your body is just not softening at all. So these are a few ways that you'll be able to know. Now that we got that out of the way, I'd like to speak about 3 ways that actually helped me to regulate my nervous system and to help me to just unwind as I should. Now these are what I call my nervous system medicine. Little by little, it started to help me until I started to feel absolutely amazing. It's worth first understanding your body. So let's dive straight into number 1. Become present with your body. Now, I didn't even know that I wasn't in my body. I didn't know that at all. And what I mean by that is that I wasn't in sync. So for example, let me speak about my breath. Like, I wasn't in sync with my body in terms of when I was in my mind and I was overthinking and I was constantly in a state of fight or flight. I wasn't able to, which by the way is only supposed to be used in times of survival. For the fact that my nervous system was like that all the time indicated that I was going through some serious trauma that I obviously didn't know at the time, and it was manifesting in dysregulation. So you wanna, and this is what really helped me. So I went into my body. I started to connect with my body, and I didn't even realize that there were certain things that I didn't even know was true to that. Oh, hello. That was so cute. It was a cute little like orange and green colour. Anyway, as I was saying, so oh, hello, you're back. Say hello to my friend. Say hello. I'm going to call you Jewel. Look at what a beautiful butterfly. Hello, my friend. Say hello. So this is what being in your body feels like. Actually witnessing the butterfly on my arm. Feeling the air around me. Oh, there's another one. Must be her friend. Feeling the air around me and noticing that my surroundings. Started to notice my surroundings. I started to come out of my mind and I started to notice that my surroundings matter. And in so that calmed my mind. I was in my breath. I'm going to keep you with me the whole time, actually. Okay, no, she had other plans. I started to see my surroundings more. I started to notice what was around me. So I looked at the beautiful birds in the sky. I started to go for walks and daily check-ins. If I couldn't go for walks, I would sit at home, lie down, or sit down where I needed to. I'd take deep breaths. I'd take deep breaths in through my nose, and I would hold and release. That anchored me and brought me back into my body and allowed my mind to be in sync with my body and my flow and my breath. And from there, I was able to just come back to that. And since I was back in my body, I noticed that my mind wasn't wandering too far. I was able to notice little parts inside my body. For example, which parts are stiff. Maybe it would have been around my shoulders, like I would relax my shoulders more. My jaw become less clenched. And I was just noticing small things that I would never have noticed before. And in turn, that actually improved my relationships with my surroundings and kind of the people around me. It kind of improved how I communicated with the world. When I kind of would bump into someone, or I kind of would just be out in the public, instead of being on alert mode, like around, looking around, seeing who's around, for absolutely no reason. That's what I meant when I said in times of stress before. Like it would be, why do I feel unsafe? That was the question that come to me when I was literally started to sink back into my body. Why do I feel unsafe? And it brought me through a lot of deep realizations about the trauma I was storing from my subconscious into my body. And once I started to recognize that and understand it, it changed my whole view on myself, and it changed my whole view on my life. And it allowed me to come to some deep realizations about really what I went through, like, and not even maybe what I went through, but kind of like sometimes things shape us in life, and we realize we haven't fully let go of some things. That could be things that have happened with us with other people, or it could be things that had happened to us in any way, like a trauma from however, wherever. I am actually using this stick as a microphone holder because I realised that holding it in my hand was really annoying. And if I put it like here, it doesn't sound as like fresh to my voice. Anyway, I digress. Back to what I was saying. I started to notice that the things that I held inside me were actually not allowing me to be in the present moment and allowing me to be in my body, and in turn I wasn't really living life. Oh, hello. She's back again. I wasn't really living life. I was just oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna keep you here. I was just going through the motions, but not actually the motions, like just what I need to, like a robot. I was literally just a robot, and I was just going from one task to another, and I realized I'm not here for tasks. I'm here to be I'm here to be in the flow of what I need to be in the flow of, and I set the tone and the rules of my own life. And when you start to come to terms with that actual fact that your body is yours, and it's not you, your body is not your trauma, your mind is not your trauma, and when you start to really come to terms with that and heal from that, you start to see the possibilities, the endless possibilities that life will have to bring for you, because you start to flow more. And on flowing, I think it's important to remember that in each moment that we hold on to is a lesson that we haven't learned yet, and we either repeat that lesson and it comes back to us in a different way, because that's your trauma that you've kept in your head, and energy is alike. It will just manifest to you again in another way. Hey friend, you really like me today, don't you? And it will just manifest in another way, and it might be the same type of pain or emotion in a different form. And all the while you didn't really realise that was just something that you hadn't yet dealt with. And a lot of the time these are covered up through addictions. These are covered up through trauma bonding. By that I mean escaping. Sorry, I didn't go into that a bit better. So addictions as in escaping from your pain, from the trauma in your head that you actually probably don't know about, or you do know about and you don't want to face. Or that will just really, it just kind of puts a pause on your pain. And you stump your growth. There's nowhere for you to go from there, because you're just feeding those. Oh, hello. You're just feeding those. This is really such a beautiful place for butterflies. Who needs a butterfly park? Anyway, back to what I was saying. You're really just stumping your growth and your progress, and you're not being your full self, because you're feeding your addictions rather than taking the medicine that you hold, or that you need to take in order to help you. And by that I mean kind of, it could be emotionally, physically, or mentally. So that's on addictions. And the other thing I was saying was trauma bonding. You end up kind of trauma bonding with people and others who have and hold similar patterns of pain to you, because you both recognize each other. Remember I was saying about similar energy attracting? You end up bonding on pain and shared feelings and emotions of your past. And most of the time you could stay in that cycle of continuing to trauma bond with different people on the same levels of pain, because it feels comforting to you. Come on, guys. Anyway, because it feels comforting to you, and it feels refreshing, because you know, and it's almost like it holds true to you, and you can bond on that pain and that trauma. And what tends to happen is you don't come out of that. You just continue that same cycle with that same person, and you continue to hurt each other, or you feed each other's addictions, you feed each other's negative emotions, or you try to help each other. Like, there could be positive things where you help each other and you're both actively trying to help one another to get out of this cycle. But most of the time you don't realise you're actually trauma bonding, and you don't get to heal, which is quite a sad truth of life. But yeah, that brings me to number 2, which is feel. Feel everything. And by that I mean understanding first, really. Understand. Once you've gone back into your body, using sensation, using breath, using whatever you need, really, to get back into your body. Because remember, sometimes your nervous system, what it needs and what it responds to, is not actually logic, it's sensation. And what it really wants is just to tell you, actually, I'm okay. Because sometimes your brain and your nervous system can be a bit of a drama queen or king. They can be a bit of a drama queen or king. So it's for you to tell, through your touch and through your sensation, through your breath, actually, I am okay. Actually, it's in my mind, and it's the pent-up trauma that I'm holding and that's stored in my body. So once you've felt back into your body, you want to then begin to feel the emotion that you're holding in your body. And sometimes it's really difficult to differentiate between two or three, 4, 5, 6, however many different emotions that you have. And really it's about understanding one by one. You need to feel it, because the more you escape, the more it stays there, the more you continue to go through life, causing more damage to yourself and others. And then when you start to feel, when you start to first realise, actually, you know what, like, I don't actually think I'm present in my body, and my nervous system actually is fucking dysregulated, so I'm going to actually have to feel this now, and I'm going to have to go through it. And this could look like, and if you don't understand what emotions are in your body and what you actually feel, you should go to therapy. And that will actually help you to understand what these feelings are and what these emotions are, because these therapists are professionals and they understand how to process emotions and they understand trauma on a deep level. Apologies, my camera cut out there. And yeah, so these therapists understand trauma and they understand emotions, and they have some tools to help you process and understand that a bit better. But ultimately it's really down to you to figure out what you've held inside for so long. They're only people that are passageways to your healing, to your regulation of the nervous system, to your safety. No one can do all the work for you, and ultimately it's down to you to do that. So once you've what I did really was I sat down with myself in some moments. I sat down and I took some deep breaths. I anchored back into my body instead of being on the alert 24/7, and I kind of said, what do I feel? What do I feel? And what's showing for me in my body? And your body will actually tell you that. It will tell you if you take the time to listen to it and be in it presently. Because I guess in a sense, when we kind of work a job, or we have a busy lifestyle, and we have that to-do list, it's easy to kind of not be in your body because you're so rushed off in your to-do list that you don't realise how much you've neglected yourself, sadly. So first of all, you want to anchor back into your body. As I was saying, you could do that through breath, through touch, through sensation, whichever way you find is pleasing to you. After you've done that, you want to take a moment to feel it. Don't run away from it. Just feel it. If it's anger, if it's pain, sadness, if it's grief, loss, whatever it is, you have a right to feel it. You really do. You have a right to feel it, whatever it is. And you have a right to understand it as well. And even if you feel happiness, even if you feel like laughing or crying or whatever, like, just allow yourself to do that. And once you've understood that, we'll move on to number 3, which is release, which is movement, which is move. Yeah. That's a big part of your nervous system regulation recovery. Well, I mean, it was for me, that's for sure. I started to understand it. I got myself back into my body. I started to understand, actually, you know what? This is mine. This is me. This is actually who I am, and I don't belong to what's here and what coping mechanisms my mind has made up to keep me in survival. And actually, this is mine. My body's mine. It belongs to me, and I'm back in it now. And I started to feel all the emotions that I'd not felt for a while. Like, I'd literally not felt any of these. I mean, I'm not going to say that I didn't feel emotions, but even when I was like with friends, or I was with like different people, or like whoever it was, like work colleagues, like anyone who I was coming into terms with like on a daily basis, like I would feel emotion, but I would never allow myself to 100% do it. And that was a part of my survival. That was a part of me living in a state of trauma and a state of dysregulation, which which kept me from actually fully taking control of who I am. So once you felt your emotions, once you felt them, and I know it's going to be hard, it might be hard, and you want to think, I want to give up, this is too hard, just want to go back into my old loops again, because your brain will tell you that. Your brain will say, do you know what, Ashley, this is such a different thing for me, this is such a silent moment, I'm not used to this. But I want you to tell yourself, and I want you to tell your brain, Ashley, I'm allowed to have these moments. It's okay. I don't care what the fuck you've been told. I don't care what the fuck I've been told. It's okay for me to have these moments of peace. Yes, and I don't have to keep chasing, and I don't have to keep doing this and doing that. Like, I'm going to spend this moment, or months, or weeks, or days to myself, and I'm going to be secure in what I need to. Once you felt that, you felt the emotions, you've let them out, you come to release. You let them out. So you move those. So how could that look? So moving these emotions through your body could look like expressing, talk, speak, have someone with you. Maybe for me, I chose isolation because that's my preferred method of dealing with my shit. And I feel like you're the most powerful person when you have your own advice and you don't have too much clouding your mind. But other people are different. Have someone else there comforting you, or do it together. That's great. And then really just let it out in any way. So speak, talk about it, say it, what you didn't say, tell who you need to tell, that person that hurt you. Or if you can't do that, then, and you're angry, find a way to release your anger. Put it into something physical like art or kickboxing, what I chose as well, or gym. Go to the gym, put it into your body, put it back, give it back to you, recycle that emotion. Everything that these are all yours, remember, these emotions, although they come from trauma, they belong to you. That you just don't know how to use them yet, that's all. And if it's pain, it still belongs to you. You take that and you use it. Put it into what the fuck you want to put it into. That's your self-empowerment back. That's where you take back what the fuck's yours. So that person or that thing or that time or that tiring job or that whatever it was that fucked you up, and that put you into dysregulation, or perhaps it was the programming that you conditioning that you thought, okay, this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. Take that back and own it. That's when you become most empowered. That's when you become most like yourself, really. And this is a process. Like, it could be even just a daily thing. It could be a matter of months, weeks, however long it takes you. But I'd like to think even after the first round, you've started to feel a bit better about yourself. Because you'll be surprised really what comes up and what actually you withheld for so long. And this is not about fucking forgiveness or letting that shit slide. No, it's about using what your body was supposed to use in the first place to how you would want. So use those emotions, those potent emotions that you're actually born with, and it doesn't matter what they are and what you feel, really. It's about giving your body and your nervous system the rest and sufficiency that it needs to function adequately. Work with what you have and take that and put it into what you want to put it into. Every single emotion that you have is powerful and it's potent. It's just a matter of processing and understanding them and using them in the correct avenues. And in doing so, you may inspire others as well. And of course, you will regulate your nervous system and have it function for you, not against you. Your systems in your body are there to help you. And your brain, believe it or not, is actually there for you as well, even if it does like to go into survival mode and make shit up. That being said, take whatever you need from this, and if that's anything at all. And I may do a little 1-minute breath anchoring back into your body for you in a separate video. So go and cry, or go to the gym, or go to therapy, go and talk to someone, maybe go to a rage room. But whatever you do, it's always for you. I hope this message helped you. Take care until next time. Love from Layla Amara.